All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about the single most important decision you, as a founder, are ever going to make. And you know what? It's not your idea, it's not your team, it's not even about the money you raise. It's the market you choose to fight in. If you get this wrong, well, it's like planting a beautiful seed in the middle of the desert. We're here to make sure that doesn't happen to you. And this right here, this is the hard truth. I want you to just let that sink in for a second. So many brilliant ideas, so much passion. It all dies because it's pointed at a market that just can't support it. Our goal today is simple. We're going to make sure your idea finds fertile ground.
That's the real question, isn't it? How do you avoid this trap that so many others fall into? Well, it all starts with a change in how you think. It's about learning to see the market in a whole new light.
I want you to hold on to this image, your startup idea. That's your seed. It's full of potential. But a great seed planted in dry, sandy soil is going to wither. There's just no way around it. But you take that exact same seed and you plant it in rich, fertile, well-watered soil. Now it has a real chance to grow into something huge. Our job today is to find you that soil.
So, what exactly makes for fertile soil? It's not some big mystery. It's not about luck. There are 6 specific, non-negotiable things we need to be looking for. This isn't about guessing, it's about having a checklist.
And here they are. Our 6 criteria for a strong market. Think of this as your guide, your roadmap. We're going to go through each one by one so you know exactly what to look for. And let's start with the big one, the money. Okay, rule number 1 is super simple. Go where the money is already moving. Don't try to invent a market out of thin air. Your job is not to make it rain. Your job is to find the river and just put your bucket in it. Trust me, it is so much easier to get a tiny little piece of a giant pie than it is to own 100% of a tiny one. And this isn't just theory. Let's make it real. Think about the real estate market in a city like Douala. I mean, millions, maybe billions are changing hands every single day. Or look at big construction projects. Or Cameroon's cocoa export industry. That is a massive river of money. That's liquidity. But here's the reality check. A huge liquid market means nothing if you can't get in the door. You have to have a way to actually reach the people who make the decisions. The ones who actually sign the checks. So what does access actually look like? Well, maybe you already know some people in the construction business. Maybe your uncle or a family friend is in the cocoa trade. Or, hey, maybe it's digital. Maybe there's a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group where all the hotel owners in your city hang out. If you can't find them and talk to them, that market is not accessible to you, period. When you're just starting, you absolutely have to focus on high-value sales. Forget about selling things for a few thousand francs here and there. You need to find markets where one single client, one single deal, can bring in enough money to keep your lights on and fuel your growth. So let's look at how to find this high-ticket angle. For example, instead of selling daily meals to small restaurants, what if you pivoted to high-end event catering for big companies? Instead of doing small repair jobs, you target huge real estate developers or contractors who are drilling boreholes for NGOs. You got to think bigger deals. Now this might seem obvious, but it's a mistake I see all the time. A market can have billions of dollars flowing through it, but if the specific people you're trying to sell to don't have cash, or they don't have the authority to spend it, then you have nothing. You must target customers who can actually afford you. Let's make this crystal clear. An exporter who is shipping containers to America has way more purchasing power than a small trader at the Mokolo market. An urban professional buying a home in Douala is a much better target than a rural tenant who's struggling. You have to focus on the segment that has the real ability to pay. You know what your secret weapon is? It's your own life, your history. Don't go chasing some cool, shiny new industry you know nothing about. The best opportunities are usually hiding in plain sight, in worlds you already understand. Your unique experience lets you see the problems, the real problems that outsiders just completely miss. So if you used to work in logistics, you know exactly where the delays are. If you're an engineering graduate, you get why contractors lose out on big bids. If you grew up around cocoa traders, you know their frustrations inside and out. Use what you already know. That's your edge. And our last one, number 6, it's all about speed. As a new founder, you do not have the luxury of time. You can't afford to wait years for your solution to prove its value. You have to pick markets where you can get your customer a real, measurable result fast. This is how you build momentum, get testimonials, and get cash flowing. Let's just think about the speed of that impact. Helping a construction company win a bid? They see the value in a few months. Helping an exporter get a shipment out the door? That's value in a matter of weeks. But trying to restructure an entire airline's flight paths, that could take years. It's a massive problem, sure, but it's just too slow for a startup.
Okay, so we have our 6 criteria. But theory is one thing, right? Let's get practical. We're going to use a really simple tool, a scorecard, to test 2 different market ideas and see which one is actually the smarter bet.
This is how you take the emotion out of it. So let's imagine a founder in Douala. Idea 1, target small restaurants. Idea 2, focus on event catering. Now look at the scores. For high-ticket potential, restaurants gets a 3, but catering gets a 9. Purchase power is way higher for catering clients too. See? The numbers make the choice clear.
And there you have it. The conclusion is just unavoidable. With a score of 48 out of 60, event catering is by far the stronger market to go after first. The deals are bigger, the payoff is faster. This little framework removes all the guesswork from one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make.
So now, it's over to you. We've walked through the framework, you've seen the scorecard. It's your turn to apply this kind of thinking to your own ideas, to your own passions, to find your own fertile ground.
Here it is one more time. Your final checklist. Before you spend a single franc, before you write one line of code, you have to be able to answer yes to most, if not all, of these questions. Think of this as your shield against choosing a weak market. So, I'll leave you with this thought. The gap between struggling for years and finding success quickly often comes down to this one choice you make at the very beginning. You now have the framework to make a smart one. The question isn't, what should I build anymore? The real question is, where should I plant it? Which fertile market will you choose?